Fit fishing, baby, and we out here. Fit fishing Lake Perris. We out here. And we're back, Arvel the Fit Realtor. Bear, we out here. Good times. We got Bear out here with us. Fit fishing, baby. And we out here. We're gonna get after this. Always a good time. And we're back, Arvel the Fit Realtor. Bear, we out here. Lake Perris. We had lot 11, tried to get in lot 12. They wouldn't let me in. They had full park closure earlier just because it's Memorial Day and it's a gang of people out here. But I'm gonna try to find me a spot at the beach. Right now it's just a bunch of jet skis and boats, but I might be able to get on give me a little piece of that island right there where ain't nobody at with the canopies and stuff. I'm gonna walk down there and see if I can make it happen. See you at the water. Lake Perris, Memorial Day, and I'm just getting to the lake here, to the waterfront, and you see everybody been out here kicking it with their families all day long. It's about 6 something now, so everybody getting ready to pack up and go. I'm gonna try to squeeze in at the tip of that island over there, see if I can find a little fishing spot while people are still enjoying their families. All right, you guys, I was able to tuck in over here in this little cove, and I'm gonna get baited up and everything. You hear all the music, everybody's still partying. But just to give you a kind of look at what's going on, I'm on the far side of this power cove, and I'm gonna get ready to get it in. And last time I was talking about fishing out here next to these bushes, so we'll see if the big fish are over here by these bushes. Good times. All right, y'all, first thing I'm gonna do is get my carp rig set up. It's the easiest, and I got the Massa mix, the corn. That's my rig right there. Got the Asian carp rig. Bear bought that from I believe it was China a couple years back. It does pretty good, holding that Massa mix, and then you put that corn on it at the end. That's on my white alpha pole made by Shakespeare. So we're gonna get that done. You see we buy all this forage, all this greenery, so we're gonna get that out over here. And man, it's a good time waiting on all the music and all the stuff to end so that we can get it going. Always a good time. Fit fishing, baby. All right, we got our Massa mix here, and we got a couple videos on how to make this. Find it down below. One video at Glen Helen. Bear taught you guys how to make this. But anyway, we're gonna take the Massa mix, pick it up here, and then I'm gonna get it cast out. And here's your Massa mix right there. All right, you guys. So as you can see, I took that Massa mix, packed it around that Asian Carp Rig, and then have the corn dangling on the bottom, and then we're gonna get a cast out. Here it is right here, you guys. You got your corn on the bottom, you got that Massa mix surrounded by that little cage, and then basically you just squeeze it all the way around it. And as time goes by, the little mix disintegrates and the fish come and eat the mix, and eventually one of the fish eat the corn. So here we go. And I got my drag set because these carp out here are huge. If you don't set your drag, it'll drag your pole in the water. Last time we hooked up on a carp on a bluegill pole, and I noticed my pole was going into the water. I had no clue why, because it was a big carp on it. So that was pretty cool, and you can find that video down there below called Monster Fish, Lake Perris Fishing. So we out here, you guys. Let me get these other poles rigged up. The biggest thing about being out here while there's still people while there's still people boating and jet skiing, is that it's not that relaxing because there's so much loud noise and music and stuff going on. But the view remains peaceful. The mountain view with the waves and stuff, that remains peaceful. All right, you guys, I got my catfish pole rigged up. I got the little cut bait going, and I'm gonna dip it with the stink bait, and then I'm gonna get them casted out. I'm gonna stir my stink bait up real quick. Mix up all this blood in here. And you don't want to get none of this stink bait on you, because you'll be stinking until it wash off. All right, here we go. We're gonna get one out at a time. And once folks get to leaving, then I can start taking up more of this shoreline, but I don't want to invade their space. They was here before me. Since there's a little natural boundary right there, I decided to come on over here. I don't want to take up their space. They having a 20-year birthday or whatever. So we out here. As you can see, I'm tucked in into these bushes over here, y'all. It's the only spot I could find where there wasn't a bunch of people and a lot of loud music and stuff. And it'll be about another hour or so of loud music, and then it'll be silent because it'll be night fishing, and only people out here will be fishermen. And that's how we do it. Good times. Finally, this loud boat left. They thought I wanted to hear all their music, so I had to stop recording for a minute. But we got the poles out, and getting ready to get it in. The one folks, they got out of here. You see them by this tree right here. One more family left, and then I'm just right here, tucked into this little place right here. Now they turn theirs up. Let me turn it off for one more again. Fit fishing, baby. We got it all set up here, and we trying to make it happen. Fit fishing, baby. Good times. It's nice sometimes when the boats come by because they make the waves come, shake things up a little bit, you know. The sound of the waves is pretty relaxing out here. I know some of you guys might be going through some hard times, some dark times, walking through the valley of the shadow of death. But stay in your journals, go to therapy, do some fitness, do some fishing, whatever positive coping strategy that you can use to kind of make things a little better every day. Just concentrate on getting up each day. Try not to look too far into the future. That can be overwhelming. It's a day-to-day thing every 24 hours. Concentrate on getting up the next morning, y'all, and keeping the fight. They call it fighting a good fight. So let's do this. Fit fishing, baby. Mental fitness, physical fitness, positive coping strategies. While you at it, y'all, check out our feature readings down below. We got Sword Leadership. It's our leadership framework, talking about characteristics of a do-it-first leader, such as self-sacrifice, self-denial, the will to win and work hard, having an ongoing pursuit of your goals and dreams, having a relentless disposition, and then the 3 Ds, discipline, determination, and dedication. Gotta have that if you want to be successful. Be a do-it-first leader, you guys. We also have Victor Valley to West Point autobiography, from San Bernardino, Realtor, up to Victorville, on to West Point, and beyond, you guys. Victor Valley to West Point. We got a couple journals helping people find peace and self-awareness. So check out all our featured readings and journals down below, and also check out our merchandise. We out here. Fit fishing, baby. I usually fish that far east end of the lake, y'all. But it's a lot of trees and weeds in the water, so you destined to lose tackle. I've been fishing this Power Cove a lot more lately because you don't lose as much tackle. It's a beach area, so a lot of the trees and stuff are not there. Weeds and trees are not there because it's a beach area for boats and stuff. So if you come to Perris and you want to keep your tackle, it might not be a bad place to fish. Although the big fish are lurking far east of that Lot 12 boat launch. That's where the monsters are, right there. Good times. Getting ready to check one of my catfish poles, this white one, and then I'm gonna re-dip it in the stink bait, and then I'm gonna get it out that way on the other side of these bushes. I'm gonna cast it out that way a little more. All right, you guys, so here's the setup. I got my cut bait dipped in that stinky stuff. And now, instead of casting straight out here, I'm gonna cast into that cove over there. Good times. All right, you guys, so you see no more corn, no more massa. It looked like I cast right into a little bed of leaves or whatever, so I'm gonna get this re-rigged and then get this carp pole back out there. Good times. All right, I got the massa mix right here. I'm gonna get that on first. Then after I get this massa on, then I'll put the corn on. All right, got my massa, got my corn, and I'm gonna get this one back out there. just to give y'all an idea of where we at. You know, I have to walk through this tree here, and then I'm on this far corner of this little cove. After that, you got to fight through the bushes and stuff. I'm over here. Nice little private spot. Then all the jet skiers and stuff, they were they're all set up in the beach area there. They launch their boats at the marina and then drive them over here and kick it with their family and stuff. So we out here, sun getting ready to set. Good times. I thought I had something on here, y'all, but looks like I got psyched out. Good times. All right, y'all, I'm about to check this bow. It might have like a bluegill or something on it. This Carp Rig. Getting a few little tugs, but nothing real crazy, so we'll see. I guess it never took the bait, so that's that. I can recast it out, y'all. Good times. All right, y'all, just getting back to the truck, but I had to stop and make one more video because somebody thought it was a good idea to drop their burning coals from their barbecue pit into the bushes. And as I'm walking back from the lake to the parking lot, all I see is this small fire around a bunch of dry bushes. That don't make a lot of sense, especially in California, Southern California, y'all. So if you're gonna do what you do, barbecue or whatever, do something with your coals before you leave the park. Put them out with water, whatever you're supposed to do, because these coals were just burning like a real fire. Luckily, it was contained and it hadn't caught fire to any bushes yet. Think, you guys. Fit fishing, baby. And we out here. Arvel the Fit Realtor. Good times. Bear. Always a good time. Lake Perris today. Power Cove. We in the bushes. And we're out. Arvel the Fit Realtor. Good times. Bear. Always a good time. Scenic Lake Perris today on a Monday, Memorial Day weekend. We out here and we're out. And you already know what it is. It's fit fishing, baby. And we out here. Peace, you guys. Arvel the Fit Realtor back with another Sunday motivation. And today's Sunday motivation comes from a quote that I read this morning. And it says, We were made to be beacons of hope and endurance for those around us. But this is only possible if we walk in hope through our tribulation. We were made to be beacons of hope and endurance for those around us. But this is only possible if we walk in faith through our tribulation. If we walk in faith through our tribulation. And this alludes to perseverance, endurance, long-suffering, not giving up or giving in. We were made to be beacons of hope, you guys. And a beacon is like a lamp. It's like a lamp or a light. And if we're shining bright, on our success journey, on our path, people see that. They see us shining light. And if we are beacons of hope and endurance, then people will see faith, hope, endurance in us. And they'll be able to take our example and walk in faith and walk in hope and have endurance themselves. And they say, if we be this example, if we walk in hope in our tribulations, then others will join in. But we have to be one who exudes perseverance. They have to see that perseverance in us. They have to see that endurance. They have to see us in it for the long haul, in it for the long game, setting goals one step in front of the other, keep going no matter how dark, how much destruction that comes into our path and into our way. We have to keep going. And when people see that, then they will take that example into their own lives. And it says here that if we walk in faith through our tribulations, and the only way that we can persevere and endure these hardships is if that we're walking in faith and we have that faith. And I know I've been working on my faith, and I encourage you guys to work on your faith as well, because when you lose faith, then things get darker. When you have faith and you're working on your faith every day, then it gets a little easier. It doesn't get easy, but it gets easier. So walk in faith, you guys. Keep persevering. Never give up. I am Arvel, the Fit Realtor. That's today's Sunday motivation. Peace.